Italian prosecutors placed a wiretap in Andrea Sempio's car, and what they heard has reopened one of Italy's most infamous murder cases. Alone, driving, thinking no one could hear him, Sempio talked to himself about blood at a crime scene and DNA he might have left behind. Every word was recorded. The case began in 2007 when 26-year-old Chiara Poggi was found murdered in her home in Garlasco, a small town in northern Italy. She had been beaten to death. Her boyfriend, Alberto Stasi, was convicted in 2015 and sentenced to 16 years in prison. For nearly a decade, the case seemed closed. But in 2025, new DNA analysis changed everything. Genetic material found under Chiara's fingernails, where she desperately tried to defend herself, matched Andrea Sempio, not Stasi. Sempio was a friend of Chiara's brother. He had been questioned in 2007 but never charged. Investigators began surveillance. They bugged his car. They bugged his home. And in April and May of 2025, they captured something extraordinary, Sempio talking to himself. In one recording, he said, "When I went there, the blood was there." In another, he mused about leaving traces behind, saying there would be his imprint in the house, that there would be DNA around. Prosecutors believe these soliloquies are confessions. How else would he know details about the crime scene that were never made public? Then there's the receipt. In 2007, Sempio claimed he was in Vigevano, miles away from the murder scene, and he had a parking receipt to prove it. But investigators recorded his father talking to his mother about that receipt. The father said to his wife, "You made it." The implication is clear. The alibi might have been fabricated. And there's something else. Sempio kept that receipt for a full year before presenting it. Who keeps a random parking receipt for a year unless they need it for something specific? There's also a fingerprint, labeled fingerprint 33 by investigators, found on a wall at the crime scene. At the time, in 2007, investigators believed it was the killer's signature. New analysis suggests it might match Sempio. And then there are 3 phone calls Sempio made to the Poggi family home around the time of the murder, calls he has struggled to explain. Now Italy is confronting an impossible situation. One man sits in prison, convicted and serving his sentence. Another man is under investigation for the same murder, with DNA evidence and recorded confessions pointing in his direction. If Sempio is guilty, an innocent man has lost a decade of his life. If Stasi is guilty, the new evidence is coincidence or contamination. Both scenarios are devastating. The wiretaps continue. Investigators are building their case. And somewhere in Italy, a man who thought he was alone in his car, talking only to himself, is learning that in the age of surveillance, solitude is an illusion. The question that started this case in 2007 remains unanswered: who killed Chiara Poggi? But now, for the first time in years, investigators believe the answer might be hiding in plain sight, recorded in a car, spoken to no one but captured by everyone.